Hello, my name is Lucas Lovekamp, and I will be going through the different factors of the deaf community. And one factor is discrimination. Discrimination is a way that the deaf don't feel, or they do feel, how they are treated every day on a day-to-day basis, to where it affects them. Like, they don't want to go outside sometimes because they feel like they're not wanted in this world. They don't have a purpose in this world, and that makes them feel like they're not treated the way that other people treat them because other people don't have a disability. And it's a huge factor in their lives. Like, they don't even want to go outside sometimes. But a way that they can actually hear and pay attention to society is through like a concert. Like, if they go to a pop concert, for example, they can look at the side of the stage and see a deaf interpreter on the side doing the different hand motions to signal what the concert or the artist is saying. And they can hear like other people in the crowd. Like, most of the crowd is probably hearing, so there's probably like 20% or 10% of the crowd is deaf. So you can actually, those deaf people can actually look at the deaf person, the deaf interpreter, and read what the person is saying, so that it can help them out extremely. Like, that's probably a trend going on nowadays. And one person that actually wrote music was Beethoven. As you probably know who Beethoven is. He's a very popular composer back when he was alive, obviously. And he has tons of songs that were far popular. Like, on Spotify, he probably has a ton of listeners on Spotify monthly, and I listen to him sometimes because his music is very unique. It doesn't have lyrics; it just has expressions with the songs. And yeah, but he became deaf. That was a main factor in his life. The deaf um, really got to him later in his career, and as a result, he couldn't hear his own music, but he still composed. Believe it or not, he composed music when he couldn't even hear a thing. But that made him so cool to witness because it got people talking and had conversations going, and that for that reason, people went to his concerts more and found it very entertaining. But yeah, he was a very, very popular composer. And one way people communicate in sign language is through ASL or PSL. And ASL is probably the most used because I think it's taught at many high schools and colleges now, and it's different, and it's very easy to learn, and it uses a very different set of words than normally in Pidgin Sign Language. It's easy to learn and is highly recommended. And yeah, that's a very, very cool language to learn. American Sign Language, highly recommended. But a way that people can actually use and hear people say stuff, and like hear people say stuff with words, is through a cultural implant. Because you can go to a hospital and you can get an implant inserted into your ear, and that can make you hear better and actually have a, well, you can't really talk to the person because um, you're deaf, but at the same time, like, you can hear what the other person's saying more easily. And that is just a way um, that the deaf implant can help you hear better.